Come to Samasthiti at the front of your mat, hands in prayer. We'll begin with the traditional Ashtanga Yoga opening prayer. Inhale. Vande Gurunam Charanaravindae Sandarshita Swatmasukava Bodhe Nishreyase Jangalikayamane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantye Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakrasi Dharinam Sahasrashirasam Shwetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Now we'll begin with Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Ekam, inhale, raise your hands, press the palms. Dwe, exhale, fold forward. Trini, inhale, lifting the chest. Chatwari, easy step back, bend your elbows, Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, come forward to upward facing. Shat, exhale, roll back to downward facing. Calm your mind, tune into the inner body. Draw the belly deeply in, hollowing out the pelvic bowl. Let your feet be hips width apart, hands shoulder width apart. Take the time to tune into the inner body, keeping a calm, even center. Letting there be a moment as you reach deeply down to find a place of calm within. Staying here for 5 breaths, let your breath be deep, steady, and calm. Switching your gaze forward, Sapta, inhale, walk your feet forward between the hands, look forward. Ashto, exhale, fold. Nava, inhale, stand all the way back up, press your palms together, gaze at the thumbs, Samasthiti, back to standing. Ekam, inhale, raise your hands. Dwe, exhale, suck the belly in, fold forward, go down. Trini, inhale, send the chest up and forward. Chatwari, easy, exhale, back to Chaturanga Dandasana as you lower down. Pancha, inhale, come forward, upward facing. Shat, exhale, downward facing. Lifting the kneecaps, keeping your legs engaged. Spread your shoulders open, keeping the scapulae moving away from each other. Straightening the arms, relax your neck. Regulate the pace of inhalation and exhalation so you stay for 5 of your own deep breaths, making sure to evenly pace inhalation and exhalation even to each other in both pace, rhythm, depth, and measure. Let your breath drop your mind into a state of ease and flow. Sapta, inhale, step forward between your hands, look up. Ashto, exhale, fold, go down. Nava, inhale, come on back up, press your palms, gaze at the thumbs, Samasthiti. Ekam, inhale again, raise your arms. Dwe, exhale, suck your belly in, fold through the center line and down. Trini, inhale, make space. Chatwari, exhale, jump all the way back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Pancha, inhale, come forward, upward facing. Shat, exhale, downward facing. As you begin to jump forward and back in the sun salutations, you'll find an increased heat and fire moving into the body. Keep the low belly sucked deeply in, making emptiness and spaciousness down in the center of the pelvic bowl. Stabilize the shoulders, preparing the wrists, preparing the fingertips. Let there be an even distribution of weight between the right and the left sides of the body. Switching your gaze forward, prepare to jump forward. Sapta, inhale, jump your hips forward over the hands, look forward. Ashto, exhale, fold, go down. Nava, inhale, come on back up, press your palms together, Samasthiti. Ekam, inhale, raise your hands, press your palms, look up. Dwe, exhale, fold forward, go down. Trini, inhale, send the chest up and forward. Chatwari, exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Bend your elbows, go down. Pancha, inhale, come forward, upward facing. Shat, exhale, downward facing. Again, we'll stay here for 5 breaths, tuning in to the inner space. Let your breath be an avenue into the inner body. Let there be an even distribution of weight between the hands and the feet, and between the right side and the left side of the body. Keep your gaze gently tucked under, either gazing towards your knees or in the direction of your navel. Remember to make emptiness deep in the center of the pelvic bowl. Letting the sun salutations drop your mind down into the deepest inner experience. Switching your gaze forward, Sapta, inhale, jump forward, looking up. Ashto, exhale, fold forward, go down. Nava, inhale, stand all the way up, press your palms, Samasthitihi. Last one. Ekam, inhale, raise your hands, press the palms. Dwe, exhale, fold forward, go down. Trini, inhale, lift your chest, look up. Chatwari, exhale, jump all the way back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Pancha, inhale, come forward, upward facing. Shat, exhale, downward facing. Keeping the belly drawn in, let your mind go into a peaceful place of equanimity. Spreading your fingers a natural distance apart, not too wide, not too close. Your mind remains calm. As increased heat, fire, and circulation come into the body, moving through the sun salutations with ease and flow, not forcing yourself, not pressurizing yourself, simply breathing and being with your body, lengthening and deepening every breath, tuning in. Switch your gaze forward, Sapta, inhale, jump your hips over the hands, slowly lowering down. Switching the gaze, Ashto, exhale, fold forward. Nava, inhale, come on back up, press your palms, gaze up at the thumbs, Samasthitihi. Now we'll begin Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees. Ekam, inhale. Dwe, exhale, fold forward, straightening the legs as you go down. Trini, inhale, send your chest forward. Chatwari, exhale, jump all the way back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Pancha, inhale, come forward, upward facing. Shat, exhale, downward facing. Sapta, inhale, right side, step all the way forward to Warrior One as you raise the arms, look up at the thumbs. Ashto, exhale, step all the way back to Chaturanga. Nava, inhale, upward facing. Dasha, exhale, downward facing. Left side, Ekadisha, inhale, step forward. Raise the arms, press the palms, look up to the thumbs. Dwadisha, exhale, step all the way back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Trayogdisha, inhale, upward facing. Chakturdisha, exhale, downward facing. Settle into downward facing for 5 breaths, regulating the pace of your breath. Avoid hanging too much in the shoulders and avoid rounding your back. Instead, just feel the pivot through the hip joints and let your spine release out of the pelvic bowl. Keep your shoulders active and your mind calm, feeling a long, clean line of connection from your feet to your hips. Looking forward, Panchadisha, inhale, jump your hips over the shoulders, slowly lowering down. Shodisha, exhale, fold forward. Bend through the knees, sink into the hips. Saptadisha, inhale, press your palms, gaze at the thumbs, Samasthitihi. And again, bend your knees deeply. Ekam, inhale, raise the hands. Dwe, exhale, fold forward. Trini, inhale, send your chest slightly forward. Chatwari, prepare the shoulders to jump all the way back. Bend your elbows, Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, suck the belly in. Shat, exhale, roll back. Sapta, inhale, step forward. Virabhadrasana A, sink into your right hip joint, hands up. Ashto, exhale, strong shoulders, firm core, lower down. Nava, inhale, upward facing. Dasha, exhale, downward facing. Left side, Ekadisha, inhale, step forward, Virabhadrasana A, left side, arms up, palms press. Dwadisha, exhale, all the way down. Trayogdisha, inhale, upward facing. Chikturdisha, exhale, downward facing. Settling into downward facing for 5 breaths. Regain the calm, even center of your mind and regulate your breath. You'll notice that the cardiovascular system turns on as we settle into Surya Namaskar B. Allow your breath to be long and deep, your awareness to be underneath the skin, down into the inner body. Tune into your strength, your flexibility, pressing up from the shoulders. Here we go. Panchadisha, inhale, hips over the shoulders, slowly lowering down. Shodisha, exhale, fold forward. Bend through the knees, sink into your hip joints. Saptadisha, inhale, press your palms. Return to Samasthitihi. Last one. Ekam, inhale, bend your knees, arms up. Dwe, exhale, fold forward, straight legs go down. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale, jump back to Chaturanga, keeping your shoulders strong and the core engaged. Pancha, inhale, upward facing. Shat, exhale, downward facing. Right side warrior 1. Sapta, inhale, all the way forward. Make sure your back heel is down. Gaze at the thumbs. Ashto, exhale, step all the way back, Chaturanga. Nava, inhale, upward facing. Dasha, exhale, downward facing. Left side, Ekadisha, inhale, step forward, raise your arms, gaze up at the thumbs. Dwadisha, exhale, all the way back to Chaturanga. Trayogdisha, inhale, upward facing. Chikturdisha, exhale, downward facing. Finding a calm, even place of your breath. Tuning your mind into the inner body. 5 of your own breaths in downward facing. You may notice that you're here for a few more or a few less as you follow along. Slowly start to regulate your breath, bringing your attention down in the inner body, letting your breath be a vehicle of inner experience. Switching the gaze forward, Panchadisha, inhale, jump your hips over the shoulders. Shodisha, exhale, fold deep into the hips as you go down. Bend your knees, sink down into your thighs. Saptadisha, inhale, press your palms. Samasthitihi. Moving into the standing poses, Padangushtasana. Move your feet hips width apart, fold forward, hold on to your big toes. Ekam, inhale. Dwe, exhale, fold forward. Every inhalation creates space deep in the center of the body. Every exhalation takes you a bit deeper into that space. Empty out the pelvic bowl, spread your shoulders, gaze at the nose tip. Draw your ribs gently towards each other to help facilitate entry into the forward folds. Trini, inhale. Step your hands underneath your feet, Padahastasana. Ekam, inhale. Dwe, exhale, fold forward. Keep the belly drawn in and press the weight into the bases of the big toes, tipping ever so slightly forward with the sacrum. Gaze still at the tip of the nose, the legs are engaged, releasing the muscles of the back. Trini, inhale, look up and forward, exhale. Samasthitihi, release your hands, come all the way back up. Uttita Trikonasana A. Ekam, inhale, step out to the right, spread your arms. Dwe, exhale, turn your right foot out, wrap your fingers around your right big toe, and extend the left arm upward. Gaze steady at the left fingers. Engage the inner thighs, pull back deeply into the right hip joint. Belly sucks in, avoid arching or flexing the spine forward. Work with a neutral spine, thrust into your right foot. Trini, inhale, come up, turn the right foot in and the left foot out. Chatwari, exhale, bend into the left hip joint, wrap your fingers around the left big toe, gaze upwards towards your right fingers. Align your shoulders with each other, moving the shoulder blades both down the back and away from each other. Soften through the neck and avoid squeezing too much with any part of the body. Instead, find the appropriate level of activation, the appropriate level of inner awareness. Moving into Uttita Trikonasana B. Dui, exhale, square your hips, taking the left hand down on the outside of the right foot. Switch your gaze up and gaze at the right fingertips. Every inhalation makes space deep into the inner body. Every exhalation, draw the ribcage in towards the center line, keeping the hips as level as possible, calming the mind, tuning deeply into the inner body. Trini, inhale, come up, turn, square the hips forward, moving into the left side. Chatwari, exhale, right hand down, aligning the fingers and toes, switching the gaze up to the left fingers. Belly sucks deeply in. Inhale, make space, pulling the rib cage away from the hips. Exhale, twist the rib cage to move into that space, finding and feeling the center line. Gazing at the left fingers, moving deeply into the inner body. Pancha, inhale, come all the way up, and Samasthitihi, back to the center. Utthita Parsvakonasana A, come inhale, step out to the right, spread your arms. Dwe, exhale, bend your right knee down over the right ankle, taking the right hand to the floor, extending the left arm. Let your whole left side body be in a long, clean line. Let your torso fold down around the outer edge of your right thigh. Belly sucks in, gaze steady at the left fingertips. Trini, inhale, come up. Chatwari, exhale, pivot around to the left side. Left hand down, right arm reaches overhead. Drop your right armpit down as much as you can, aligning the shoulder. Belly sucks in, draw the rib cage gently in towards the center line. Gaze steady at the right fingers. Calm, even pace of your breath. Feel the strength and solidity of the legs. Pancha, inhale, come up. Parsvakonasana B. Dwe, exhale, twisting the body by folding your torso around the outer band of your right thigh. Extending the left arm, dropping that left armpit towards the chin, gazing at the right fingers. Calm, even, steady pace of your breath. Keep the belly drawn in, keep the legs strong, fold down into the emptiness behind the right hip joint. Trini, inhale, come up, pivot around, left side. Chatwari, exhale, fold the torso around the outer edge of the left thigh, planting those right fingertips down. Spiraling through the center line, gaze upwards towards your left fingers. Feel your rib cage twisting and pivoting around the center line of the body as your legs remain solid and planted into the ground as your foundation. Pancha, inhale, come up. Samasthitihi, back to the center. Prasarita Padottanasana A, come inhale, step out to the right. Dwe, exhale, feet parallel, hands on the ground. Again, inhale, straighten the arm, shift your gaze forward. Trini, exhale, bend the elbows, fold forward. Top of the head on the ground, fingertips pressing into the ground. Pivot your pelvis slightly forward. You can slide your hands back if that's comfortable for you, but no stress. Gaze at the tip of the nose, draw the elbows in towards each other. Chatwari, inhale, straight arms, exhale. Pancha, inhale, hands to the waist as you come up, and exhale. B position. A, come inhale, spread your arms. Dwe, exhale, hands to your waist. Again, inhale. Trini, exhale, fold forward. Top of the head again on the ground. Make sure your hands stay on the waist. Gaze at the nose tip. Your legs are engaged. Activate the inner thighs so you can still feel the center line. Belly sucks as deeply in as possible, making space down in the center of the pelvic bowl. Gaze at the nose tip. Chatwari, inhale, come all the way back up and exhale. C position. A, come inhale, spread your arms. Dwe, exhale, interlock the fingers, straight arms behind your back. Again, inhale. Trini, exhale, fold forward. Relax the shoulders towards the ground. Avoid pulling, tightening, or squeezing too much with the fingers. Instead, simply let the shoulders find their space of release. Gazing at the nose tip, leaning gently forward with the hips. Calming the mind, only when you're ready. Flipping the grip so you can bend your elbows, moving into a deeper internal rotation of the shoulders, spreading the shoulder blades away from each other. Calm, even pace of your breath. Chatwari, inhale, come all the way up and exhale. Hands to your waist. A, come inhale, make space between the ribs and the hips. Dwe, exhale, fold forward. Wrap your fingers around your big toes, straight arms. Again, inhale. Trini, exhale, fold forward, top of the head towards the ground. Elbows point up to the ceiling. Drawing the belly deeply in, slide the torso between the thighs. Lift your kneecaps, press your weight down into the bases of your big toes, lifting your toes slightly off the ground. Keep your arms engaged and let the mind remain calm, even, steady, and equanimous. Chatwari, inhale, straight arms. Exhale. Pancha, inhale. Come on back up. Place your hands on your waist. Samasthitihi, come on back up to the front. Parshvottanasana, hands in prayer behind your back. Find that place where the heels of the hands press into each other. Ekam, inhale, step out to the right side, squaring your hips. Dwe, exhale, send your sternum down to your right knee as you pull the pubic bone back. As much as you fold forward, pull back into the inner space of the pelvis. Shift your weight a little bit forward towards the right foot to create a sense of evenness in your pelvic bowl. Press the heels of the hands to each other and lift the elbows slightly. Gaze forward towards your right toes. Trini, inhale, come up, pivot your feet, move over to the left side. Chatwari, exhale, fold your sternum down to your left knee, pressing the heels of the hands into each other, gently lifting the elbows. Feel your torso release down over your left thigh, while at the same time you pull back into the emptiness of the pelvic bowl, making space behind your left hip joint, making space by sucking the belly as deeply in as possible, making space behind the pubic bone, keeping the legs strong. Pancha, inhale, come up, release your hands. Samasthitihi, come on back up to the front. Now on to the balancing poses. Utthita Hasta Padangushtasana. Hands onto your waist, right arm reaches out. Ekam, inhale, right leg lifts, hold on to your right big toe. Dwe, exhale, fold your sternum forward to your right knee, maintaining balance. Traditionally, the gaze is forward to the toes, but if you lose your balance, just look at a spot on the ground. Pull your right hip back. Trini, inhale, come up. Chatwari, exhale, externally rotate your right hip joint, move over to the side. Switch your gaze slightly to the left, maintain balance by pressing into the base of your left big toe, the left little toe, and the heel. Straighten your leg, finding the center line. Pancha, inhale, slowly bring your leg back to the center. Shat, exhale, fold forward. Sapta, inhale, lift your head, release your foot, hands to your waist, lifting the leg for 5 breaths. Pull your hip back, use your lower abs, gaze at your toes and talk to your toes. Yes, you can keep it up. Exhale, come on back to Samasthitihi. Let's go for the left side. Ashto, inhale, left leg, pulling the left hip back. Nava, exhale, fold your sternum towards your knee. Staying here for 5 breaths, maintaining a sense of balance first and foremost. Balance comes with a calm mind as you pull that hip back. Dasha, inhale, head up. Ekadisha, exhale, bring the leg out to the side through an external rotation of your left hip joint. Switch your gaze slightly to the right. You could even look over your right shoulder. Belly sucks deeply in. Maintain balance with your center of gravity deep in your pelvic bowl. Calming the mind, tuning into the inner body. Dwadisha, inhale, back to the center. Trayogdisha, exhale, fold forward. Chakturdisha, inhale, come up. Hands to your waist, balance. Gaze at your left toes, pull that hip back. Suck in the low belly, engage the lower abs. Talk to your toes, you can do it. Come on, stay up, don't give up. Exhale, Samasthitihi, good job. Ardha Pada Padmottanasana. Ekam, inhale, right leg moves into half lotus position. Bind your foot by reaching around your back. Dwe, exhale, take your left hand to the floor, aligning your fingers and toes. Chin to the shin, gaze forward towards your left toes. Draw the belly deeply in and pull the pelvic bowl back and away from your lotus foot. Let your balance be established from an even distribution of weight through the pelvic floor. Trini, inhale, look up, exhale. Chatwari, inhale, slowly, come all the way back up. And Pancha, exhale, Samasthitihi. Left side, Shat, inhale, left leg half lotus position. Reach the left hand to the left foot behind the back. Sapta, exhale, fold forward, spiraling through the inner body as you lift the rib cage up and over your lotus foot. If possible, chin to the shin, gazing forward. 5 deep breaths. Keep your balance through your center of gravity. Balance deep through the inner body. Ashto, inhale, look up and forward. Exhale, firm the pelvic floor. Nava, inhale, come on back up. Samasthiti, back to standing. Ekam, inhale, raise your hands, gaze up at the thumbs. Dwe, exhale, fold forward. Trini, inhale, look up. Chatwari, exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana as you bend your elbows lower down. Pancha, inhale, upward facing. Shat, exhale, downward facing. Utkatasana, Sapta, inhale, jump forward, bending the knees deeply into the body as you sink into the hips and raise your hands, following the center line of the body. We'll stay here for 5 breaths, sinking deep into your hip joints. Squeeze your knees into each other, gaze up to the thumbs. Regulate the pace of your breath, calm, even, steady pace of your breath. Feel and activate the thighs, sink into your hips, exhale down. Ashto, inhale, pick it up by moving your shoulders forward. Nava, exhale, jump back, Chaturanga. Dasha, inhale, upward facing. Ekadisha, down. Right side, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana A, Sapta, inhale, come forward. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. Look up to the thumbs. Stack the ribs over the hips, hands over the shoulders, eventually moving your right thigh towards parallel with the ground. Calm, even pace of your breath. Feel the strength and solidity of the legs underneath you. Inhale, Ashto, exhale, left side. Virabhadrasana A, pivoting over to the left side, aligning the hips forward. Track that left knee over the left ankle. Gaze up to the fingers. Belly sucks deeply in. Inhale. Nava, exhale, warrior 2, left side. Spread your arms, equalize the sitting bones. Look over to your left fingers. Calm, even pace of your breath. Belly sucks as deeply in as you can, lifting the ribs away from the hips. Inhale. Dasha, exhale, pivot over to the right side. Spread your arms. Remember that back left arm and equally lift it, keeping your gaze at the right fingers. Calm, even, steady pace of your breath. Belly sucks as deeply in as you can. Exhale, hands down. Ekadisha, inhale. Dwadisha, exhale, Chaturanga. Trayogdisha, inhale, upward facing. Chiturdisha, exhale, downward facing. Prepare for the seated poses. Sapta, inhale, jump all the way forward, coming through to seated. Dandasana position. Hands next to the hips, chin down, moving the sitting bones so that they make contact with the ground. Flex the feet, bases of the big toes together, chin down, gaze at the nose tip. Keep sucking the belly as deeply in as possible, calming the mind, rooting your attention down into the inner body. Dandasana, like seated Samasthiti, is a neutral resting point to begin every seated pose. From here, we're moving on to Paschimottanasana. Look forward, hold on to your big toes. Ashto, inhale, straighten the arms, suck in the belly, make space. Nava, exhale, fold forward. Suck in the belly, pivot in through the hips. Let the shoulders relax and open. Avoid pulling too hard with the arms, and instead simply regulate your breath. Make space by sucking in from the low belly. Dasha, inhale, straight arms, deepen your grip, holding the wrist if that's accessible. Ashto, inhale. Nava, exhale, fold. For this one, we can try chin to the shin, but if it ever strains your neck, just drop the chin under. Gazing forward to the toes only when that's comfortable for you. The legs are engaged, the belly sucks as deeply in as possible. Slow, steady pace of inhalation. Dasha, inhale, straight arms. Exhale. Hands to the ground, cross your feet. Ekadisha, inhale, take it up. Dwadisha, jump back. Trayogdisha, inhale. Chiturdisha, exhale. Purva Tanasana. Sapta, inhale, jump all the way forward and through. This pose is also sometimes called reverse plank. Take your hands back behind you. Ashto, inhale, take the hips up and forward, toes are on the ground, internal rotation of the hip joints. Lift the chest and keep the belly sucked as deeply in as possible. Nava, exhale down. Cross your feet. Dasha, inhale, tick it up. Ekadisha, jump back, go down. Dwadisha, inhale, upward facing. Trayogdisha, exhale, downward facing. Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. Sapta, inhale, jump all the way forward and through. Right leg folds into half lotus position. Prepare by binding the right foot with the right hand, left foot to the left hand. Inhale, prepare. Ashto, exhale, fold. Move your sternum down towards the left knee and suck the belly in. Gaze forward towards your left toes. Remember to keep that left leg as engaged as possible. Keeping the belly drawn in, dropping that right shoulder into internal rotation. Make peace with wherever you are. Don't fight with your body. Accept however deeply or not so deeply you got into the pose. Nava, inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Dasha, inhale, tick it up. Ekadisha, jump back. Dwadisha, inhale. Trayogdisha, exhale. Moving on to the left side. Chaturudisha, inhale, jump all the way forward and through. Bending your left knee, close the knee joint, spiral external rotation into lotus position. Left hand to the left foot, right hand to the right foot. Panchadisha, exhale, fold forward. Keep the belly drawn as deeply in as possible. Making space behind the pubic bone. Lift the rib cage up and over your lotus foot. Tuning deeply into the inner body. Avoid pulling or forcing the body. Simply breathe and be. Shodisha, inhale. Exhale, hands down. Saptadisha, inhale, take it up. Astadisha, jump back. Ekuna vimshatahi, inhale. Vimshatahi, exhale. Tiryang Mukekapada Paschimottanasana. Sapta, inhale, jump forward. If it's accessible, moving directly into the pose. Bend the right knee back, holding your wrists, straight arms. Ashto, exhale, fold. Internally rotating both hip joints allows you to enter this pose safely. Think about pulling your right hip joint back and moving deeply into the inner body. Feel a sense of deep inner connection. Never look for perfection, but simply build deep mindful awareness. Nava, inhale, straight arms, exhale. Dasha, inhale, take it up. Ekadisha, jump back. Dwadisha, inhale. Trayogdisha, exhale. Left side, Chaturudisha, inhale, jump your hips over your shoulders and prepare to come all the way through for the left side. Wrap your hands around your right foot. Inhale. Panchadisha, exhale, fold. Keep your right leg engaged, spreading your toes slightly. Make sure the left toes are pointed and both hip joints spiral into internal rotation. Building a calm state of inner awareness. Mindful breath. Be mindful of the whole body. Shodisha, inhale. Exhale. Saptadisha, inhale, take it up. Astadisha, jump back. Ekuna vimshatahi, inhale, upward facing. Vimshatahi, exhale, downward facing. Janu Shirshasana A. Sapta, inhale, jump all the way forward and through. Preparing for the right side. Close your right knee joint, drop it out to the side, bringing your heel in close to the groin. Binding your hands around your right foot. Inhale, prepare. Ashto, exhale, fold forward. As you fold forward with your torso, pull back from the inner spaces of the pelvis, aligning your sternum forward to the left knee, feeling that external rotation of your right hip joint. Squaring the pelvis as much forward as possible. Breathe, calm, tune into the inner body. Nava, inhale, straight arms. Exhale. Hands to the ground, prepare, cross your feet. Dasha, inhale, tick it up. Ekadisha, jump all the way back. Dwadisha, inhale. Trayogdisha, exhale. Left side, Chikturadisha. Inhale, jump all the way forward and through, moving into your shoulders, straightening the legs, preparing for the left side. Close the left knee joint, drop it to the side, heel close to the groin. Wrap your hands around your right foot, inhale, prepare. Panchadisha, exhale, fold. Keeping your attention down into the inner body. Right leg is super engaged as you pull into the empty space of the pelvic bowl. Calming the mind, dropping your attention deeply down, gaze forward towards your right toes. Shodisha, inhale, exhale, hands down, cross your feet. Saptadisha, inhale, take it up. Astadisha, jump back, go down. Ekuna vimshatihi, inhale, vimshatihi, exhale. Janu Shirshasana B. Sapta, inhale, jump your hips forward and over the shoulders, slowly moving all the way through. Preparing for this pose by bending the right knee, dropping it out to the side. Pick your hips up and settle the heel on the perineum, in between the genitals and the anus. Reach forward, wrapping your hands around your left foot. Inhale, prepare. Ashto, exhale, fold. Make sure your left sitting bone is off the ground and pay careful attention to that activation deep in the pelvic bowl. Keep sucking the belly as deeply in as you can to protect that left hamstring. Nava, inhale, straight arms, roll back, hands to the ground, cross your feet. Dasha, inhale, take it up. Ekadisha, jump back, chaturanga. Dwadisha, inhale, upward facing. Trayogdisha, exhale, downward facing. Chikturadisha, inhale, jump all the way forward and through, moving through the shoulders, preparing for the left side. Bend the left knee, drop it out to the side, pick the hips up, and remember to settle the pelvis right onto the heel. Wrap your hands around your right foot. Panchadisha, exhale, fold. Keep the belly sucked in. Your sternum lines up with the right knee, while that left hip spirals back and down. Make sure the right sitting bone is both elevated and pulling back. Belly sucks in. Make sure the pelvic floor is deeply activated. Shodisha, inhale, straight arms. Exhale, hands to the ground. Saptadisha, inhale, cross your feet, take it up. Astadisha, jump back, chaturanga. Ekuna vimshatihi, inhale. Vimshatihi, exhale. Janu Shirshasana C. Sapta, inhale, jump all the way forward, hips over the shoulders, slowly come on through. Bend the right knee, spread the toes, dropping the knee to the side, then get all 5 toes planted on the ground, rolling through the external rotation of the hip joints. Straighten the arms, inhale, prepare. Ashto, exhale, fold. Never force the right knee down. Instead, let it be however it wants to be. Focus on spiraling through the right ankle, making sure all 5 toes are on the ground. Reach the heel into the inner regions of the pelvis, maintaining a sense of emptiness behind the pubic bone. Nava, inhale, straight arms. Exhale. Dasha, inhale, cross your feet, take it up. Ekadisha, jump back, chaturanga. Dwadisha, inhale, upward facing. Trayogdisha, exhale, downward facing. Left side, Chikturadisha, inhale, jump all the way forward and through. Preparing for the left side, bend the left knee, left toes on the ground, spiral it out. Slowly working through the ankle, never force the knee. Straighten the arms. Panchadisha, exhale, fold. Drop your attention down into the inner body. Sternum lines up with the right knee, maintaining a sense of emptiness. Squaring the hips forward, belly draws deeply in. Remember to accept your foot for wherever it gets to. Never force, never judge. Just be. Shodisha, inhale. Exhale. Hands down. Saptadisha, inhale. Take it up. Astadisha, exhale, jump back, go down. Ekuna vimshatihi, inhale, upward facing. Vimshatihi, exhale, downward facing. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Sapta, inhale, jump through, back bending. Exhale, lie down. Ashto, prepare, bend your knees. Taking the hands right under the shoulders. Here we go. Nava, inhale, come on onto your head, taking the hands and then all the way up. Bring your chest out over your hands, moving through a gentle internal rotation of your hip joints. Make space by lifting your ribs away from your hips. Always look for your back bend to feel good. Walk your hands in towards your feet, only if your back bend feels good. Calming the mind, never force the back. Dasha, exhale down. Walk your hands next to your head, then Nava, inhale, come on back up. Send the hips up and forward, pull the rib cage away from the hips. Use your back muscles to use the space that you create between each of the joints of the spine. Rolling the thighs towards each other, looking down, and slowly moving your hands closer towards your feet. Moving your head down, Dasha, exhale down. Nava, inhale, pick it up. Last one. Slowly move through an internal rotation of the hip joints, rooting down into the bases of your big toes. Walk gently in, possibly touching your fingertips towards your heels. Belly sucks as deeply in as you can. Then inhale, come on up. Bring your feet together, Samasthitihi. Ekam, inhale, arms up. Dve, exhale, fold forward. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale, jump back, Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, upward facing. Shat, exhale, downward facing. Paschimottanasana, Sapta, inhale, jump through, straight legs, sit down. Reach your hands, hold the hands, Ashto, inhale. Nava, exhale, fold forward. Fold into the inner space of the body. Belly sucks deeply in. Your torso moves forward while the hips shift slightly back. Engage the legs deeply and allow your attention to turn inward. Begin to lengthen and elongate the breath. Whereas every other pose we've stayed for 5 breaths, this posture, Paschimottanasana, deep forward fold, stay for 10 deep breaths. And keep dropping your attention down into the inner body. Reset the nervous system after back bending. Calm, even, equanimous mind. Spreading the toes, engaging the legs, turning your attention deeply inward. Let every breath be deeper. Dasha, inhale, straight arms. Exhale. Hands to the ground, cross your feet. Ekadesha, inhale, take it up. Dwadesha, jump back. Trayogdesha, inhale, upward facing. Chakturdesha, exhale, downward facing. Sapta, inhale, jump all the way forward and through. Exhale, lie down. We prepare for the closing poses. Bring your feet close together, leave your hands near your hips. First of the closing poses, Sarvangasana. Ashto, inhale, lift right up into shoulder stand. Hands to the lower back, aligning yourself along the center line. Drawing the thighs in towards each other. Stack the hips over the shoulders and stack the legs right over the hips. Feel the center line. Use a deep activation of the pelvic floor to keep a sense of up through the pelvis. Make sure that your neck is a little bit lifted off the ground and you're pressing your shoulders into the ground, letting this be a true shoulder stand. Suck the belly in, engage your quadriceps, and deepen and elongate your breath. Ashto Halasana. Point your feet, interlocking your fingers, straightening the arms down. Keep the legs straight and think about straightening the spine as you lift the hips up. Belly sucks in. Tune into the inner body, dropping your attention down, calming the mind. Halasana, the plow pose. Karna Pidasana, bend the knees, squeezing the knees onto the ears. Rounding the back. You'll notice in this pose the back rounds as the tailbone tucks under. The knees really squeeze towards the ears. Keep the heels and the bases of the big toes together. The arms stay straight behind the back. Fingers interlocked. Keep the breath deep. Hands to the lower back. Inhale, come on back up to shoulder stand. Ashto, take lotus position. The Nava, inhale, Urdhva Padmasana. Almost like Padmasana, but upside down. Lift your Padmasana by holding your knees from underneath, wrapping your fingers around the knees, straightening the elbows. Let this still be a shoulder stand, so you're still pressing your shoulders into the ground, keeping the hips back and up. Let the belly stay as deeply sucked in as possible, tuning into the inner body. Nava, exhale, Pindasana. Sucking in the belly, round the back. Remember to make space by drawing in from behind the pubic bone. Aim the shin bones to the eyebrow center to really feel that roundedness through the whole spine. Lengthen and elongate the breath. Hands down. Slowly lower yourself down, keeping your lotus. Use your elbows to come on up. Matsyasana, the fish pose. Hands hold onto your lotus feet, straightening the arms. And then press your Padmasana, your lotus, towards the ground. Don't force the knees, just let it slowly shift forward. Staying here for a total of 8 deep breaths, finding a sense of inner connection, reaching through the inner body. Calm, steady breathing, moving into Uttanapadasana. Lift the legs, lift the hands, pivoting into the hip joints. Make sure that the hands and the feet are in parallel position. Sucking in the belly, pivoting into the hip joints, keeping the spine arched. Avoid the temptation to change the hand position or to change the head position. Then keeping the legs up, flatten the spine. Dasha, inhale, Chakrasana. Roll back all the way over through the spine, then walk it forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Ekadasha, inhale, upward facing. Dwadasha, exhale, downward facing. Come to your knees, Shirshasana, headstand. Sapta, prepare, interlock your fingers, top of the head on the ground, elbows down. Ashto, inhale, lift up to Shirshasana, headstand. Find your alignment through the center line by drawing the thighs in towards each other. Keep the tailbone ever so slightly tucked under. Rib cage drawn in towards the center. Belly sucks deeply in. Press your elbows. Guruji always said headstand means strong shoulders. So stabilize the shoulders as much as you can. Activate the deltoids. Keep as much space as possible between the shoulders and the ears. Belly sucks in towards the center line. Keep lifting the hips. After you find the balance in headstand, it becomes almost a meditative pose where you can just surrender into headstand, Shirshasana, with as minimal activation as necessary. Appropriate activation. Don't overactivate your headstand. Remember to find the equanimous mind, a place of equal balance, a place where you tune into the center. Belly sucks in. Avoid arching the spine or tucking too much under. Regulate the breath. Deepen the breath. And slowly exhale, pivoting in through the hips. Nava, gently down. Halfway balance. Here we stay for about 10 breaths. Suck in the belly, shift the hips back. For the half headstand, this counterbalance, bringing blood and circulation equally through the body. Belly sucks deeply in, shoulders are nice and stable, calming the mind. Then slowly inhale, come on back up to headstand. We'll go for Urdhva Shirshasana. We lift the head off of the ground, tucking the chin under, lifting all the way up, transferring the weight forward into the elbows. Gaze shifts all the way up to the toes. Then exhale, place the head down. Find your balance again. Dasha, exhale. Slowly come down to child's pose. Release the hands. Placing the forehead down, rest. Suck the belly in, tune into your breath. Find a place of rest, a place of equanimity. Let the blood circulation return towards the center. Calming the mind. Then hands forward, let's step it back to plank. Ekadisha, exhale, chaturanga. Dwadisha, inhale, upward facing. Trayogdisha, exhale, downward facing. Sapta, inhale, jump all the way forward and through. Straight legs, sit down. Take your Padmasana position. Ashtu, exhale, Baddha Padmasana. Lotus position, bound lotus position, so bind your Padmasana. Hands behind your back, hold your feet. Yoga Mudra, Nava, exhale, go down. Shoulders stay in internal rotation, hands towards the feet, chin down, gaze at the nose tip. 10 deep breaths. Suck the belly as deeply in as possible, finding emptiness behind the pubic bone. Calming the mind, tune into the inner body. Keep a subtle sensation underneath the skin, deep in the center of the body. Regulate the pace of your breath. Calm, even breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Dasha, exhale, take your hands down, Padmasana position. Tips of the index fingers and the thumbs pressed into each other. Chin down, gaze at the nose tip. Breathe as deeply as possible. Let the resonance, the power, and the sound of the breath fill you. Keep the chest slightly elevated, belly sucks in, pelvic floor super active, almost like you're charging yourself up from the inside. Padmasana position, the lotus pose, keeping a sense of stillness deep into the inner body. Every inhalation makes space, every exhalation lets you dive down deeper within. Deeply with the mind, enter the inner body. Find a sense of humility, a sense of ease, a sense of grace. Let the culmination of the practice prepare you for that one final pose, which is coming soon. Gazing at the nose tip, finding a sense of deep inner awareness, lengthening each breath. Make sure inhalation and exhalation are even and equal to each other. Feel the center line, feel the spine. Keeping the equanimous mind. Prepare now for Utplutihi, sprung up position. Shoulders forward, hips back and up. Ekadisha, inhale, take it up. Gaze at your nose tip. Here we go. You can do it. Push up from the shoulders, pick it back up from your core. Use your lower abs. Find that strength from behind your pubic bone. Exactly when you feel like you cannot do anymore, push through there. Exactly at the point where you want to quit. Keep it up just a little bit more. You can do it. If you go down, pick it right back up. Shoulders forward, hips back and up. Keep pressing up from the shoulders. Belly sucks in. Hook the toes under. Dwadisha, exhale, chaturanga. Trayogdisha, inhale. Chiturdisha, exhale. Panchadisha, inhale, jump forward. Keeping the hips forward. Shodisha, exhale, fold forward. Straight legs, go down. Samastitihi, come on back up, hands in prayer. Prepare for the closing prayer. Om. Swasti prajabhyaha paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishaha go brahmanebhyaha shubhamastu nityam lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Ekam, inhale, raise your hands. Dve, exhale, fold forward. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale, jump back, go down. Pancha, inhale. Shat, exhale. Last time. Sapta, inhale, jump all the way through. Keeping the shoulders stacked, engaged. Bringing your legs out in front. And exhale, lie all the way down. Close your eyes, relax. Tune into the inner body. Release your pelvic floor. Release all your effort. Release controlling your breath. Soften the mind. Feel the body heavy. The bones releasing into the ground, the muscles melting off of the bones. Let everything rest into the floor. Keep the mind free and allow yourself to experience stillness, silence, and a deep sense of peace. If you have many thoughts that roll through the mind, simply bring your attention to your breath. But you may find yourself in a thoughtless, wordless unity. Slowly wiggle the fingers and toes. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, rest for a moment. Hug the knees into your chest, say thank you. Thank you to your body. Roll over onto your right side. And then come on back up to a comfortable seated position. Pause for a moment in gratitude, taking the time just to tune in. Inhale. Thank you so much for sharing the practice with me. Namaste.